Right, so in today's video I'm going to be taking a close look at the photography mode with the newly released DJI Osmo Action 6. And as you can see, I've got that street photography grip for the Action 6, and I strongly advise using this when you do taking photography with an action camera. As we all know, when you push down the shutter button, sometimes it can be stiff and you can slightly move your camera, rendering that photo useless. But with this street grip, if you can just see that, you barely have to touch it and it'll take a picture straight away. So that's really good, and that's going to minimise any camera shake. And what you'll notice is that I've also got my selfie stick attached, but that's just for extra stability, although I'm more than happy with just taking pictures like this and there'll be no camera shake. But when I've got it with this as well, it's almost like it's on a monopod, so there's absolutely no camera shake at all when I'm taking those pictures. So in today's photography with the Action 6, to get the best fairest comparison, I want to get that low end there, which is 8 megapixels, versus the highest end there, which is 38 megapixels. And they're both going to be in the aspect ratio of 4.3. Now I'm selecting that aspect ratio today over the 16.9 because I really want to utilise that square inch sensor, that new square inch sensor inside of the Action 6. So what you're going to see today is that first image is going to be in the aspect ratio of 4.3, 8 megapixels. And then the other picture you're going to see is that high end at 38 megapixels, again in aspect ratio 4.3. And then on the third slide, we're going to split screen that 8 megapixel versus that 38 megapixel. And we're going to really crop in there to really see the differences. So now I'm going to go around, find some subjects to take pictures of. And once again, we're going to have that first picture 8 megapixel. Then we're going to have that 38 megapixel. And then finally, we're going to split that screen and crop in with both images side by side to really see them differences. So now let's start taking some pictures with the Action 6. Here we go. So that's going to be the first subject today. And when I crop in, especially with that higher end on the split screen, really keep a close eye to the brickwork detail because that's where we're going to see the differences. Here we go. And if you follow my channel, you know what's coming next, but it's a great subject to crop into when you're comparing differences there. So once again, the lower end versus the higher end, we'll crop in, keep a close eye to that brickwork detail, and let's see the differences. Here we go. So did we see some differences there? I should hope so when I cropped in, as we've got that 30 megapixel difference. So now we've got some signage here, and I'm going to stand around approximately 5 meters away, and let's see the differences when I crop in there. Here we go. So could you read the small wording on that sign approximately 5 meters away, especially when I split that screen? Just walking across this now, I nearly fell over. Absolutely not to do with photography, but just thought I'd share that. Let's find another subject without slipping. And now while I'm still at this park, I'll just do one last picture before I head into the town. As you can see on that basketball hoop there, you can clearly read arena, but just below it we've got some smaller wording. So I'll stand approximately 10 meters away, split that screen, and hopefully we'll read that wording underneath and which one's going to be the clearest. Here we go. So could you clearly read that wording, that small wording on the backboard there? I should imagine you can on both, but which one looked the clearest at 10 meters? And now I'm going to head into the town, which is behind me. But just before I do, I've busted myself because at the beginning of the video I said it was 8 megapixels versus 38. I've just had a look, I got that wrong. 8 megapixels is the 16.9 aspect ratio. So the lower end with the 4.3 aspect ratio, which we're concentrating on today to utilise that large square inch sensor, is at 9 megapixels. And the high end, I got that right, that's at 38 megapixels. So to clarify, every picture you've seen today, that first low end one in 4.3 is 9 megapixels versus that high end 4.3 at 38 megapixels. Let's continue. Here we go. So where I'm pointing just there is Parker Opticians, and when I get where that wall is, I'm around 50 meters away. So once again, let's compare that 9 megapixels, not 8. We'll compare that 9 megapixels versus that 38 megapixels. And once again, keep an eye on the wording on the signage as well as the brickwork when I crop in. Here we go. And that bell's going to be following me everywhere today, I suspect. It's just not stopping ringing. It's been going for over 20 minutes at the minute. Let's get a bit further away. You're probably going to hear it in the background. Here we go. Right, now I'll do another close-up. I'll stand approximately 3 meters away from this sign. Once again, split the screen and see the differences. Here we go. So did we see much difference in the clarity on that street sign there, on that post? Once again, I should hope so. Now I'm going to vary all the distances today in these pictures. As you can see, I'm getting a few meters, medium distance, and I'm really going to get some long shots later on of a panoramic view if that sun keeps out as it's gone in at the moment. So I really want to light up the background and crop in to really see the differences at long distances soon. Now I'll take a couple of pictures of that oven door shop there. It's a bakery. Once again, let's see the pixelation differences. Here we go. And now I'm standing around 5 meters away from those names on the cenotaph. Again, I'll split the screen and we really should see the differences in the clarity on the names. Now I've owned many action cameras over the years, starting with the very first GoPros, and got excited when I could film in 720 HD and 1080 HD, and now we're up to 8K with the Action 6. I think next one's going to get wings and fly. It's just that technology is really progressing over the years with these action cameras, which brings me to say about the megapixels on the photography side of action cameras. In the early days I got excited with 8 megapixels maxing out, but now we're up to 50 megapixels on the Ace Pro 2, and you can really see the differences there. I've done an in-depth video with that. You can check that out in my playlist, Insta360 playlist. And you can really see the differences from that 50 megapixels to their low end. I forgot what the low end is on that one, but I've done a side-by-side comparison like I am today with the Action 6. And then on the Action 6, it maxes out at 38 megapixels, although that's the aspect ratio of 4.3, which you've seen today. The 16.9, you can get 36 megapixels. So we're maxing out on the 6 at 38 megapixels, but yet on the 5 Pro, which I own also, that maxes out at 40. So that's a strange one, because a year later they bring a new model out, which is the Action 6 from the 5 Pro, yet they decrease the pixelation in the megapixels there. So if you're watching DJI, why do you do that? Why don't you put this 6 with that new image size sensor? You've got room for that and the technology inside of the 6 to whack that up to 50 plus megapixels. So I don't know why you lowered it at 38 megapixels from the 40, which was in the Action 5 Pro. Being a zone passing the castle, it'd be rude not to go in, just to take some picture detail differences on the castle itself in that brickwork. Here we go. And now I'm in the castle grounds. I've come across this old door. I'm stood around 3 meters away, so let's split that screen and see the differences. And what I've noticed while using this street grip today, it really is responsive in that cage, as you only have to rest your finger on and slightly push down and it takes a picture straight away there. Now, I've experienced in the past without this street grip with the selfie pole, and I've took a picture and some of them have been unusable as the cameras move slightly, and I've not really noticed that. I don't mean move so you then can punch in and correct it, I mean it's gone blurry whilst taking a picture without it. But every single picture one I've took with this street grip has been absolutely usable, and there's been no sway in the camera when I'm hitting that shutter button. And now I'm at this stone fountain. As you can see, there's some statues there. So the one dead centre frame, I'm going to crop into that one with the both 8 megapixel versus that 38. Let's see the differences. And now I've come to front at castle, and yet again we're meted by another statue just there above the stairs. Let's compare the differences. Right, now let's mix things up a bit and we'll do a long distance shot. I was hoping for better visibility when I got up here, but this is all we've got, so we've got to go with it. At 9 megapixels versus that 38, we'll split the screen. There's some warehouses just centre frame and they're about 1.5 miles away. Here we go. So here you can see someone's initials in this stonework. We've got PS and the date, which looks to be 1899 at first glance, but I think closer you get, looks like a 2 and a 2. So we'll go, I don't know if it's a 9 or a 99 or a 22, but it's definitely 18. So whatever it is, we can see what it is, but I don't know if it's 1899 or 1822. I'll get back to about 2 meters, 8 megapixels versus that 38. And now we'll try a long shot of the castle. I'd say I'm around 100 meters away. So it's going to be a fair distance. Let's compare the clarity. Here we go. Right now I'm going to go inside and take some pictures of some old fireplaces and some different rooms, as that sun's not really going to come out now. There's a lot of hazy cloud around, so we'll just make his way inside to mix that photography up. So if you're wondering where I am, that place behind me is called Bolsover Castle, and that sits near Chesterfield, Derbyshire, and there's over 1,000 years of history at this place, because just before that stone castle was built around 400 years ago, there used to be a wooden castle there 1,000 years ago, so there's plenty of history here, so I'd highly recommend you take a visit. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and now that you've seen the differences between that low-end megapixels at 9 megapixel with the aspect ratio 4.3 versus that high-end 38 megapixels at the aspect ratio 4.3 also. And like I said at the beginning, I've done that today to utilise that larger square inch sensor in the Action 6, because if to shoot in 16.9, which I sometimes do on older Action cameras, that's chopping that square inch sensor down slightly, so we're not really going to see the full benefit. That's why I've done that 4.3 aspect ratio today. And I think I've given it a fair comparison today, as I've had subjects quite close and at a distance, and again cropping in there, really utilising that sensor and seeing the big differences, and you really will see them with that high end. Now as I'm talking to the camera right now, I've not been back and blown these images up, but I've got faith in this new square inch sensor and that 4.3 aspect ratio, so when I do crop in I can really utilise the whole screen and that sensor size there, so we really should see the differences. So as always, do stay tuned to the channel, as there's going to be plenty more videos on the horizon, especially with testing out this newly released Action 6, and if any more updates come along from DJI, I'll be straight on it, updating it, and really drilling into them updates to see what they've done there. But for now, thanks for watching, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and bye for now.